Oh yes, guys, it's time for a tartan bivy camp in the old Wayne Wooney. Right. So welcome Black to the Blot Outdoor Show, my Mandy Dingleberries, and thank you for joining me on another Wednesday night rainy wild camp. I think the rain's just eased off there. Oh yes, but as you can see, it's very claggy. That's Tarn Hows down there. I was planning on going right the way around the Tarn to the far end and then up onto the summit of Black Crag. Oh, you can't see it, Black Crag. That's the name of the mountain, guys. But I'm not too sure what to do at the Winnie Mandela. Like I say, it's very claggy. I'm going to hike up the top and I'm not going to be able to see a thing. But I'm in no Ian rush, guys. Look at this. First time I've been here, by the way. Let's check it out. There's a nice pathway that goes all the way around the Tarn, round the woodland, round in a big circle. I think it's about 1.6 miles. I think it's accessible as well for like push chairs and wheelchairs. So it's perfect among mandingos, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia for a nice family day out. Tremendous. We're going to go that way. Now I have seen people camping here before, and you're not supposed to, but wild camping in England is illegal anyway, so it's only going to be the wild camping place. You can't camp there. Why I'm bothered. Yeah, I do try and avoid camping at places like this, but we'll see. We'll have a look. You never know, we might find a good spot. The rain's just stopped, so as I'm mooching around, it might clear up and we might be able to see up to the summit of Black Crag. Either way, it doesn't matter where I'm camping, guys. One thing that is guaranteed, this mandingo is going to get mangled, spangled and totally graham crangled. We've got some beers, the old Jeff beers. We've got wasky, so stick around for the world famous wasky review. We've got some red wine because you legends know it makes me feel so fine, and we've got a nice little maitler cook. I've got a new seat so I can sit down on my big fat hairy spotty arse, and I've got a new bivy, the old bivouac, which has been kindly sent to me from the legends at Nortent. So yeah, I've got a couple of things to show you. Let's get mooching, guys. Let's get mooching round the path all the way around the Tarn, through the nice woodland, and I'll bring you legends back further along the track. However, Oh no, you cannot see Black Crag. Here we are, folks, at the summit of Black Crag. I am absolutely Judy drenched. I'm sweating like a fat lass from Stoke-on-Trent in a Benidorm discotheque, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, and I'm probably smelling like a tuna fish's fanny. I left this jacket on though because I'm trying to burn the calories off. I'm trying to lose a few of the old pun dinkies. Oh, you bastard. Right, now it's time to find the perfect spot. Took us a bit longer to get up than what I planned for. When I was down at Tarn Hows, I put my sat nav on and it said like an hour and 10 minutes. And it's taken us like an extra 25 minutes on top of that. I missed my turn. And then I thought, should I double black? I thought, oh no, I carried on walking round. Kind of came round the crag and came up from the other side. But I've walked round some areas I haven't been to before, so it's been absolutely fantastic. As they say in the mountain villages of Patagonia, and it's only 7 PM, so perfect. Now I just need to look for the perfect camping spot. Loads of cows down there. I'll zoom in. Oh yeah. And down there, as I was crossing over, there was loads of cow pats. I'm not in a tent. I'm just going to put my tarp up and my bivvy underneath. So I don't want any stupid cows coming up and trampling us to death when I'm smash burgered. So right, I'm going to have a mooch around. I'm going to look for the perfect spot. Just as I was coming up there, you could see down on the Windermere, fantastic. But the clag, it's just rolled in and blocked out the views. Why I'm bothered. Right, I'll bring you back in a few Slacondas and a Winnie Mandela. Mice. This is where I'm going to pitch up, folks. I've just came down from the summit of Black Crag. Got this little area here, a little bit of a drop off there, so I'll have to be careful when I'm smash burgered. You can just see a sea Windermere there with the clag rolling in. There's like another cairn Barlow over there. I don't want to be pitching my tent next to the summit cairn or that cairn Barlow. It's light until 10 o'clock at night, so if any hikers come up, that's where they're going to go to. The cairn Barlows. Cairn Barlow and Mike Baldwin. So even first thing in the morning, what time's it light? 3:30, 4 o'clock, when I'm fast asleep, snoring and farting, you could get the early morning hikers stepping over us if I'm right at the top, and it's a no-go. So this is where I'm going to set up, guys. The temperature's dropped a bit, the gorillas and the mist is rolling in, so I'm not going to bring you black until I've got me tent, should I say me tarp and bivvy, the old bivouac, all set up. While I'm doing it, I'm going to have a few chest warmers. You better believe it. Right on. Right on. Oop, there you go, there's Windermere. Not a bad start, folks, look at that. Camp Mandingo. Almost set up. Oh, yes. A thing of beauty. Black beauty. Oh yes, Mandingos. This is the way of the Mandingo. You better believe it is. Rain has just started. Wayne Rooney, Lorraine Kelly and the old Quiche Lorraine. But it doesn't matter. I'm nearly all set up. Tarp and bivvy is up. I still need to put me sleeping pad and me sleeping bag and all that shite inside. But it's not cold. It's certainly not stone cold Steve Austin. It might be later on. That's why you bring some chest warmers to sort you right out. You know it makes sense, guys. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to set the rest of my gear up and I'll show you my full setup very soon. Everything I'm using, all my food and drink, and then we'll talk some more shite. Right on! Nice bottle of beer from the Brooklyn Brewery. Kindly given to me from Michael. Cheers, Michael, my man friend. I was queuing up at the Stadium of Light last week to buy me season ticket for Sunderland for the Premier League for the upcoming season. Season tickets for me and my son. We're probably going to get stuffed every week, but that's just the way it goes, man, dingoes. But a lad came out and he said, "Oh, I love watching your channel, mate." Works there at the Stadium Light. Michael, cheers, Michael, my man friend. Very much appreciated. And this is me all set up, guys. I'm going to show you in a few Neil Sedaka's. Absolutely spamtastic. It's not cold, by the way. I know you're thinking, why's the man dingo got his hood up? Is he stone cold Steve Austin? No, I'm not. I'm actually sweating. And I was lathered walking up. I smell like I left his armpit, if you know what I'm talking about. But there's midges all over. Bring back the rain, please. When it was raining and a bit breezy, there was no midges. The winds died down. The rain stopped. Yes, it's a little bit claggy still. But since the rain stopped, the midges has came out. They're that small, you won't be able to see them on camera. They're biting me brow, they're biting the side of me face, me hands, the old hand job. Matron. Pardonsky bait. But I'll leave that up. When the temperature drops, I'll put me Russian hat on. Why, I'm some Boris Yeltsin. Right, let's put this down, guys. And let's show you my setup for tonight. The first thing I've got to show you is this absolutely amazing bivy that's been sent to me from the legends at Nortent. You've seen me many times using me tent from Nortent. The Nortent Vern 1, which is fantastic. This is, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I've never checked it out. Skjul. Looks like Skjul. I think it's Skjul. The Nortent Skjul bivy. Honestly, what an absolutely fantastic piece of kit. And I can tell straight away, when you see me doing the bivy camps normally, I'm in my Alp kit bivy. And I'm not putting Alp kit down. They're a brilliant company. I've had that bivy for like about 2.5 years now. I've used it on many wild camps, stealth camps, and it does the old job, dingo, for this man dingo. No complaints with it at all. So this is not a put down on the Alp kit bivouac. But as soon as I took this out of the old bag, the old Baghdad that it's stored in, oh, I've put it down somewhere. I can't say it, guys. I'll show you everything properly soon that it came in. Midges is biting me, bro. As soon as I got it out, you could tell it was just like on another level altogether. And the Alp kit, the quality of the material, you know, it's just like spamtastic. I'll give you more specs very soon, guys. This is just me quickly saying now what I think of it. You've got like a hoop there, a smaller hoop there. You've got your little bag with the Peggy Mitchells to peg it out, which you don't even need. I didn't even have to peg this out underneath me bivy. Sorry, underneath me tarp. Me old one-wind tarp. I've used this a few times. Couple of trekking poles. Nice, easy, quick fix. set up for this Mandingo. Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about the bivvy during the video. A few more spectacles, you know, the weight of it, and all that carry on. But up to now, just getting it out of the packet, setting it up, it's like on another level altogether compared to me Alp Kit bivvy. So I mean, Nortent is a fantastic company. I've been dealing with them now for like over 6 months. Spot on, absolutely brilliant. I've got to be honest, after they sent us the tent and then they sent us the sleeping bag, I was thinking, do they want to send me anything else? Because I know my channel is a little bit different. It's a little bit compared to other camping channels, if you know what I'm talking about. And I was thinking, oh, they're going to get back in touch. Do they not want to offer me anything else? Which is fair enough. I'm grateful for what I've got so far. Maybe am I not quite for them? Because I'm like, I have a laugh. I talk shite. I maybe push the boundaries of the things that you can see on YouTube. And then, yeah, they've been back in touch and they've said they absolutely love my content. They love me videos and the way I go on and the way I have a laugh and the way I don't take things too serious. And yeah, I am over the moon to bring this out. I am over the moon to be representing a company like Nortent. So if you're interested in buying some top quality camping gear, guys, and you want a company who likes a Mandingo like me, a good laugh, having a good time, not taking things too serious, not worried about all these woke, you cannot say this, you cannot say that kind of people, Nortent is the company for you. You better believe it. Anyway, we'll leave that for a few slickondas and we'll get back to me camping gear. Nortent, absolute bunch of legends from Norway. Oh, yes. Foil mat goss, Onzi bottom, Burgos, sleeping pad. It's warm, so I've got me 2 season OEX sleeping bag, trespass pillow biter. Here, we've got me hat and gloves, we've got warm jackets, down trousers, my new seat. I don't even think I'm going to use that. I can just sit there on my big fat hairy spotty arse if it starts raining. Plus I like standing up and mooching around, if you know what I'm talking about. Wasky Fuzzy Review. We have got Loch Lomond Steam and Fire. That was bought for me for Father's Day from my son, Preston, the best son in the world. Preston, if you're watching, I love you, son. Thank you very much. I will certainly ding dang do a world famous Wasky review later on. I've just showed you that beer. I've also got a bottle of Black Sheep. Black Sheep. Mrs. Blood bought me this. I didn't even realise. Mrs. Blood. Damn you, Mrs. Blood. You racist pig. Black Sheep beer. How dare you! Mrs. Blood! I'm only joking, guys. It's only a beer. It's the name. I didn't name it. It's the name of the beer. Black Sheep. Calm down. It's only a commercial. My stepdaughter Brogan brought us these. Bought me these, I should say. Well, she brought us them and bought us them at exactly the same time. She had been camping and she didn't drink them all. EU vodka, pink lemonade. Another one, EU vodka, blue raspberry. Oh, yes. And we've got a cheap bottle of red wine from Aldi. For my meal meal tonight, we've got some new potatoes in there. The microwave ones, I've already blasted them, so they just need heating in the old pansexual. The old pansexual. Pansexuality. Sexual chocolate. And with that, we've got a mail from Relo. Relo. Asian peppered beef and brown ricicles. Oh yes, new potatoes with that poured all over the top. Happy dingleburgers, as they say at the burger vans of Belfast. We've got some sausage rolls, little miniature sausage rolls with like a Texan style barbecue sauce on. Very nice. And we've got some slices of beef. The old beef curtains. Oh, matron. Some teeth and lips sweets as well. So there you go, guys. Oh, I'm getting a little bit stone cold Steve Austin now. So I think I'm going to get Bohemian Rhapsodied up. If you know what I'm talking about. First aid kit. I forgot to mention that. Ah, the old first aid Clitosaurus Rexus. Yeah, let's get wrapped up. And I'll bring you Jack Black, Cilla Black, Fleetwood Mac, and Burt Bacharach, and a few Slacondas, Winnie Mandelas, and I don't know. I'm lost for words. I talk that much shite. My mind has gone blankety blank. The old blankety blank. Check pen and book. Right on. Class views. Right. Cheap Aldi sweets. Teeth and lips. Why, the new face of Colgate. Look at this one. You hike all the way up to the top of a mountain, and then you get views like that. You've just got to take the rough with the smooth, as they say in the dewdine. Hopefully, when we wake up in the morning, we open the bivvy, stick the camera out. We've just got views down at the Windermere and all the mountains and the hills and the beautiful scenery in the distance. Why I'm bothered if there's not. As long as we've got a few of them and a few waskies, snackaroonies, sitting here talking to you, absolute legends. That's all I need, guy. I don't need much out of life. You better believe I don't. I've had people saying to us, man, Dingo, you've been monetised now off YouTube for nearly 3 years. You're obviously making more money you make in the factory. Right? Come on then. I always say no bullshit on the Black Outdoor Show. So this is not me being a big-headed bastard. You've heard me say this before. There's nothing worse than a big-headed, bragging bastard, if you know what I'm talking about. We all know someone, don't we? We've all got a close friend or a family member who just cannot fucking help themselves. And as soon as you start, like, just talking about something you've did, they've done it better than you. They know someone more famous than you. They've got more fucking rooms in the house than you. They've got a newer car. Oh, God. They kind of just see you tell your little story about where you've just been for the weekend. They've got to, like, whip everything up and tell you what them's got and how much they make. And, oh, my God. But you don't want to, like, say anything because you're a decent person. You just look at the people next to you and you're all just like, roll your eyes. We've all got people like that we know. You know who you are, you bragging bastards. I'm only joking. Right. I take that back. I don't hate bragging boss. I don't hate anyone. I don't even hate all the losers. I give me shit just because my channel's doing well. All the soy boys and the wet wipes and whatever. I pity the fools. I pity the fools. I ain't getting on no plane, fool. I ain't getting on no plane, sucker. I ain't getting on no plane. I pity the fool. You know what I'm talking about. And I love it when a plan comes together. You better believe I do. Cheers, guys. But what was I saying? The channel is doing okay now. I make more money than I was making in the factory where I used to work at. So, people have said, why don't you go off on holiday, Mandingo? Why don't you treat yourself, you, Mrs. Plot, me amazing son Preston, and go off on like a flash holiday? You know, get yourself to Mexico, to Cancun, or even just like to the Canary Islands, to some 5-star hotel in Tenerife, all inclusive. Hiya, you all right? Yeah. Oh, pardonsky, bait. Why don't you go out and go for like a posh restaurant meal? You know, Mandingo, you mentioned you've been for fish and chips down the seafront with Mrs. Blott, or Weatherspoons, or KFC for a boneless bucket meal. Why don't you like treat your wife to a flash meal? And you know, people see us out and about, you know, guys. You know, when people bump into us and I do these walk around videos, or when I'm not recording, people bump into us and they'll take a photograph and they'll put it in their fans group, and I'm standing in these clothes, me skin tight leggings, Mrs. Blood's leggings, and the same shit I wear when I come camping, me same cap on, raggy beard. Do you know what I mean? Why don't you treat yourself to some flash clothes and expensive treat? Do you know what it is, guys? Because it's not me. It's not me at all. And I'll guarantee you this 100% that. Let's just see it. And I'm just talking hypothetically, because I don't think it's going to happen. Wait, what I do think is going to happen in the next few weeks, I'm going to hit 100,000 subscribers. Let's say in 5 years' time, something happens major with me channel. Like I say, I don't think this is going to happen. For anyone that's saying, oh, you bragging bastard. Blot out don't show us big-headed. Damn you, Blot, you big-headed bastard. Let's just say in 5 years' time, 7 years' time, whatever, my channel like does really well. I hit 1 million subscribers. I'm telling you now, I'll still be eating in Weatherspoons. I'll still be walking round in me manky old hiking boots and me skin tight Mrs. Blott's leggings, me baseball cap, and we won't be going on flash holidays. It's just not us. We've spoke about this, me and Mrs. Blott, like when we've been having a laugh. Like Mrs. Blott actually said, what kind of holidays would we go on, Chris? You call me Blott, but I'm called Chris. And I can imagine if your channel did take off, because we watch other YouTubers. I watch Beard Meets Food, who's got millions of subscribers. Steve Wallace, he got 1.8 million subscribers. He's just a normal guy, by the way. He's a legend. Loads of YouTube channels I watch where they're doing really well for themselves. What would you do if your channel took off? That's what Mrs. Blott said to me. I wouldn't know how to be different. I'm just a raggy-arsed factory worker from Seaham, County Durham, now living in Sunderland. Sunderland, yes, the mighty Sunderland AFC, you better believe it. I'm only joking, guys. We're probably going to get relegated this season. No, honestly, I wouldn't know how to be different. I hate shopping. I hate going shopping for expensive clothes. I buy something only when I need it. You know, when it gets to the point where me white underpanty girdles, when you kind of scrub the skid marks out, then I'll buy another pair of pants. Do you know what I mean? It's the I'm not a material girl. Yeah. I'm not one for buying stuff for no reason. If I need something, desperately need something, I'll buy it. Flash holidays, yeah, it would be nice. But we've got dogs. We like to go off and we book a lodge, hopefully with a little bit of land next to it or good walking routes nearby. That does for us. Cook our own food, maybe give it a little takeaway for a treat one night. Nothing flash, nothing spectacular, if you know what I'm talking about. And I'll guarantee you, me and Mrs. Block will be exactly the same in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, if this channel is doing like crazy things with 1 million subscribers or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, as usual, I've gone from arse ways to get to breakfast time. Instead of just answering the question in 1 minute, I've waffled an absolute crock of shite. But that's just the way I am. I do like talking shite, and if you watch my channel, you must like watching me talking shite. So cheers, guys. Yeah. There will be no change in this mandingo. This mandingo is not for changing, as they say in the doodying. You better believe it. Oh, no. Oh, he's only got a new bivvy from Nortent. Oh, no, he's got a new bivvy. Oh, damn you, fucking blood. You stuck-up bastard, blood. You've got a new bivvy. Ah! You cannot say that. Oh, no. Yes, folks. You know it makes sense. Do you know what it is? I'm all wrapped up. You would think it was winter time. But it's not. I've got this on to stop the midges biting me face. Seeing that mine that's died off now. It's not too bad. And this is just all for comfort. I like to get comfy, so when I go in the sleeping bag later on, yeah, I can sleep like a baby's arm. In fact, it's probably a little bit too hot. It's a little bit too hot for me. Me minge is kicking off a right pong. You complete set of bastards. You. Stinks of crab paste. Oh. You cannot whack a bit of Melby. Cheers, guys. Oh, me mange is kicking off a right pong. Stinks of crab paste. The old black cock's not the best. Oh, sorry, guys. Black sheep. I'll drink it, but it's not the best. Even though I don't wear a vest. I've getting lucky mind. When I've set this tarp up. When I came up and I started setting my gear up. I set the tarp up first. And I could see down at the window and it was just starting to clear a bit. And I thought, happy dingleberries, as they say in the doodying. Yeah. All the cloud's going to blow over. It's going to blow over. Yeah. But it didn't. It blew over just for a few Slacondas, a few Winnie Mandelas. And then it came Roger Black. But anyway, once I got the tarp up, then I started setting my bivvy up. And then I started lashing down with the old quiche Lorraine. But I did get lucky. As you can see, it's all open here at the front. And the Wayne Rooney was coming down from behind. So as it was coming down, it's going in that direction. That direction. Mad for it. Even now, the camera won't pick it up. The clouds in. Well, actually, well, I see our actually. Well, I see our our actually. Well, I see our actually. I see our I see our actually. We're actually in the cloud now, guys. It's in that low. I've just stood out there for a press record and I had my torch on, and you can see the air is absolutely wet, 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 in the famous words of Marty Pillow. And there's a bit of a breeze in the air. Hiya, and the breeze is just going. It's going over that way. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So there's nothing coming in through the front of me old Tarn. Everything is like hitting the back of that or going straight over ZZZ top, over the top. Oh, Adrian, we did it. Oh. Do you know what I mean, guys? You've got to take the rough with the smooth when you go out wild camping. Definitely when you're doing tarp and bivvy camping. It can go the opposite way sometimes. You can get somewhere and the weather can be nice. You can set your tarp up, get your bivvy underneath, and you're thinking, oh yes, this is the life and this is the way of Z-Mandingo. And then it can start raining and it can be coming in. The wind direction can change and you can be sitting here and it can be coming in. I've had that before. You've seen it, guys, and I've been wild camping and stealth camping, and you're under the bivvy and the rain's still getting in. Aye. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out, but this tarp and bivvy wild camping is something special. Oh, pardonsky bait. If I was in the tent now, don't get me wrong, obviously I love being in a tent. I'm running a channel, it's my job, it's my full-time job camping, so I'm in a tent most of the time. But I would probably, with it being so wet outside, I will probably go in the tent now. Yes, I'd have the old vestibulski door open, but I'd be like in the tent with me feet hanging out. Here, now, right here, right now. I'm being one with nature. I am one with nature at this Slaconda. Why, I'm some David Blaine, do you know what I mean? But it's fantastic, guys. It's a simpler way of camping. You can't do it this way all the time because sometimes the weather is brutal. Can you imagine if you had gale plat force winds coming in here now, just hitting? This would just be like getting blasted into oblivion. Every place where a Peggy Mitchell can be put, the old Mitchell brothers, I've put 2 pegs, but even that in gale plat force winds. In fact, the Mitchell brothers have got no chance against gale plat force winds, not even next to a Ken Barlow and a Mike Baldwin, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you might know, you might not have a clue what I'm talking about. I barely know what I'm talking about. But, I... I need to save that for the world famous Wasky review. Loch Lomond, steaming fire. Let's have one more shot of Rooney and we'll save the last for the review ski bait. There we go, guys. That's the top on. Just waiting for the food to cook. So I've popped in from Relo the Asian peppered beef with the new potatoes. I've chopped all the new potatoes in half. Oh guys, you've got no idea how good that smells. It's a right old good dingo snifferoonie up my Nostradamus when I bring you Cilla Black. I'll be sitting down there on my big fat hairy spotty arse with the camera set up and we'll be getting stuck right in. You know, makes sense. Right. Oh yes, man, dingoes. Here we go. Time to get stuck into the old Scrandingo. So we've got them new potatoes that I showed you that were bubbling away. It said on the packet 7 Winnie Mandelas in the old microwave. So last night I popped them in the microwave for 6 minutes. When they came out I let them cool down, wrapped them in tin foil. So it only took like a minute or two in the old pansexual just to bring them back to life. And I've got a Relo meal here. Relo Asian peppered beef with brown rice. Wowza woony. So we've poured that all over the new potatoes as it was bubbling away with the aging I'm aging, getting older by the winnet. The Asian peppered beef. I chopped all the tatties into half so they were cooked through easy. Yeah, the tatties are going to be nice, but all the flavour is coming from the Relo meal. Oh wow. Now I've been getting these Relo meals now for the last, 3 or 4 months. I've never had a bad one yet. The only thing I'll say is if you're a big eater, it might not fill you. But they're not designed for that. They're designed for, probably is better designed for like a different thing than I do. If you're going out on a 2 or 3 day hiking excursion, you don't want to pack your bag full of loads of shit. You can have the Relo meals packed in your bag because they do a breakfast one. So you could have like a few breakfast ones and then you could have like different meals. They must have about 20 different meals that they do for like your main meal for a night like this. But this is the Asian peppered beef. And what I like about Relo is they've never ever pressured me into saying anything. Can you say this? Can you do that? Can you big us up in a certain way? They've basically just give us the meals. They said, we enjoy your videos, Mandingo. There's some meals. Obviously, they want a bit of a shout out. Of course they do. And I don't mind that. But they've never pushed us into a certain direction. They've left it up to me to say what I want to say and do what I want to do. And if you're like me, that's the company you want to deal with. You don't want to be dealing with any wet wipes, any... I've got to be careful what I say, but I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Relo is the company for you. If you're like me, and if you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're going to go into camping, and you want to keep lightweight, and you want a good quality bit of Scrandingo, get in touch with Relo. Yeah. You know the score, guys. It's sad, isn't it? It's sad that we've got to be careful what we say. I'm out here camping and I want to have a bit of a laugh and a joke with you legends and crack a few little one-liners, and I've got to be so careful in case 2 Kia Tia has got the old Politsky knocking on my door in the Morgan Freeman. It's pathetic. So, on that note, we'll keep it at camping and scrandingoing, and this is good scrandingo, guys. It's very good. Very, very good. Oh, you can't do that. What a good idea that was. Just boost it a little bit with these new potatoes. The taters are not adding any flavour. It's just boiled tatties. From Aldi. Just to thicken it up a little bit. Wowza woony. That Asian peppered beef. Oh, look at that. There's loads of little chunks of the beef in there. Yeah. Brilliant, guys. I know I don't have to, but I'm going to do it. There's the name there for Relo Foods. relofoods.co.uk. Brilliant. They don't just do like camping meals, no. They do all sorts. Check their website out. They're a top quality company from the northeast of England, just like me, where you've got the best people in the world are from. You know, it makes sense. Wowza woony. Really enjoying it, like. Really, really enjoying it. I think being under the top and bivy wide open here. Matron, she's wide open. I think it's making it a bit more special than being in a tent. And a massive thank you to the legends of Nortent for the Nortent Skjul bivouac. What a fantastic piece of kit. Now I'll be using this quite a bit over the summer period. So, yeah, I'll mention it more in the videos in the coming weeks. I'll give you more information about the weight of it, the type of material it is. That's the beauty of dealing with a fantastic company like Nortent. No pressure. They're not saying, you've got to say this, man, Dingo, you've got to say that. Can you see there's a pattern there? I don't deal with wankers. I don't deal with companies that just want to chuck money at you, but you've got to say what they want you to say. I deal with fantastic companies, fantastic people, like Relo and like Nortent, where they enjoy watching my content. The fans of the channel, the genuine, I'm dealing with fans of the Blood Outdoor Show. So, they're not pressurising, saying this and saying that. I take no money at all. I'm happy to take the bivvy and the tent and the food. I don't deal with fees. Nah, no siree. So, I only deal with legends. And this bivvy is legendary. And this food is absolutely lovely. Anyway, let me scrape the dregs of society out of this. Oh, we've still got the Wasp review to do as well. And maybe talk a little bit more shite, yeah. Finish this off. I'll bring you Roger Black. Oh, I've got a good little question to answer in a Wasky review. You know, makes sense. Ricicles. Oh, yes, Mandingos. You know what time it is. It's Wasky time. And this is what we've got this week from Loch Lomond. Single malt Scotch Wasky, steam and fire. Oh, yes. There'll be steam and fire coming off my shite first thing in the morning behind a big rock over there. You better believe there will. But come on, let's get on with this Wasky review. Kindly bought for me from my beautiful wife, Mrs. Blott, with the sexy butt. But it was for Father's Day, so it was mainly bought from my son Preston. Thank you, Preston, so much. You're an absolute legend, and I love you more than anything in the world. He's the best son a dad could wish for. You better believe he is. Let's get the old beaker reunited. You know it makes sense. Quite sweet. A bit honey. Maybe a bit toffee. Maybe a bit fudge. The old fudge pusher, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, matron. Maybe a little bit orange as well. The old Jason orange. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Rice cakes. Very, very smooth. Maybe the smoothest Wasky I've had. Wowza Wooney, Wowza Wayne and Colin Wooney. The smoothest Wasky I've had in quite a few months. Almost like a marmalade, jam, smooth, thick, gloopy, very nice. I know I've been drinking it, guys. I've been drinking it all night long, in the famous words of Lionel Blair. But I never had this before. I've had a few from Loch Lomond a good 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It was the early days of the Blood Outdoors show, like kind of taking off. The Loch Lomond Brewery, so I'll always give these respect, got in touch with us. I don't know how, but the notice is doing Wasky reviews, and they sent us like a 3-pack, the old 3-pack shaker of miniature Waskies. But this wasn't one of them. I think this might not even have been out then. So, yeah, massive appreciation to this company. But they're going to get no extra points for that. I've got to do an honest Wasky review. And Preston, you're getting no extra points as well. If I taste it and I think it's shite, I've got to be honest. But going off the smell, wowza woony. Wow. Very nice. I've never had a smoother Wasky than that for a long time. Tarty, jammy. Like tarty, jammy. Almost like a mixture of marmalade and strawberry jam in the old tasteroonie. Anyway, have I already said this yet? I can't remember. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. If I've already said it, I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing me marbles, if you know what I'm talking about. Tasteroonie time. Here we go. losing the plot, guys. I'm losing the plot. That's what happens when you come out by yourself. You're talking to yourself. You entertain yourself. Off camera, you're almost in a conversation. Madford. You're answering yourself. You're talking to yourself and you're answering yourself. That's when you know you've lost the plot. I bet there's a few of you legends watching now are saying, that's me. I'll do that. Talking to yourself and answering yourself. Wow. Come on. So smooth, guys. So delicate. It says. See, now, when I got this bought from me, steaming fire, I had a vision. I had a vision express of it like being, you know, like hitting the back of the throat. And really like, smell your ma. Smell your ma. If you die, doesn't mind. No, but honestly, it's not. It's it has got a bit of a kick to it. It has got a few tingles on the old tongue dingo, but not going off that label, steaming fire. It's actually, well, I'll say actually. For me, it might be different for someone else. Somebody else could taste this whisky or different whiskies that I've had and think, man, dingo, what you talking about? This is my opinion. Steaming fire, it's giving us a bit heartburn. Yeah, that's just come on. So, it's giving us the hiccups, heartburn. I'm going to take that away for now. With the taste, nice and smooth, marmalade-y, syrupy, slight little bit of the old jerry cinnamon, a little bit charcoal, a little bit barbecue-y, yeah. Maybe that's what it means by the fire. Brother. What's that, brother? Charcoal, brother. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, there you go. We've sussed it out. It doesn't mean fire as in burn your mouth on fire. Yeah, it's got a bit of a charcoal, barbecue-y, fire type of taste. It's very nice, guys. A little bit cinnamon in there. Definitely a bit orangey, marmalade-y thing going on. And honey as well. Oh, yes. It's a quality drop. Let's get this down the old hot stickles. That was a double drop. Amazing double drop. That takes me back to my younger days. Oh, yes. Oh, come on. We're double dropping tonight, guys. You better believe it. No, fantastic. That is a quality drop of whiskey. I have thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you, Preston, so much. You're the best son in the world. And what a fantastic whiskey you've chose to buy me for Father's Day. Loch Lomond Steaming Fire. Wowza woony. I'm going to give that a big, massive 9.3 out of 10 dingo. My Mandy Dingleberry Finley quiz. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious wild coming. You better believe it, my fansexualities. Rice. Good Morgan Freeman, guys. 9:40. I really have slept like a baby's arm. I think them 2 vodka drinks haven't agreed with us. I don't drink vodka. I only drank them because my stepdaughter gave us them. A little bit of a headache, but that'll clear once I get up. Once I have a bottle of water and taking these views. Look at this. The sun's been shining on us. These are the views I was hoping for last night. Tremendous. Air matron. Air matron. It's the glove of self-love. It's the glove of self-love. Couple of people up there taking photographs next to Black Crag. Anyway, that's me all packed away, Baghdad ready to put on my old macaroni bin diesel with all my shite. Leave no trace, the old Tracy Barlow, our Tracy. Come on then guys, let's make it like a train split. I'll bring you black further down the track. You better believe I will. So I've just came through that gate, guys. This is where I should have turned yesterday and went through there. That's for anyone that decides to come up Black Crag. I came up there and I walked all the way around and then came up from the other side. Come on then, let's get back to the Blockmobile. So there we go guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's wild camping adventure. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time as usual, and the Nortent bivy was absolutely amazing. I'll be using that quite a bit over the summer weeks. So yeah, I'll tell you more about it as the weeks go on. But it was brilliant, top quality piece of kit. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it, guys, you know what to do. Give this man Dingo a big thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. Leave a comment, tell people about the Blot Outdoor Show, and make sure you tune in for my next videos, which will be a mooch around some random town and a takeaway on Friday night and a serious stealth camp on Sunday. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete and total sense. Right. Hello there, you alright? I'm just talking to myself like a weirdo.
Air matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.